Yeah, with the marriage ceremony, after the introduction, and they call knocking of the door, they'll tell you what to bring, to do that introduction. And then after you finish that, then you set a date. And normally, in my place, it is the bride that pays the groom that pays the dowry to the bride's family. But in some areas, I don't know if it's Ghana or somewhere, it's the other way around. So but Ghana, like Ghanaians, I think they are matriarchic society. So I don't really know how theirs goes, but also we are patriotic society. So the man pays the dowry, and they will, in our own culture too, is what they will do is on the day before, after the introduction, and they set the dates you guys have agreed, and then they will now say, okay, bring the items, cola nut, they'll name a few items, like for myself now, they'll say coconut, cola nut, the area, that prayer chalk, um, let's say alligator pepper for the pregnancy, that there will be many children, that one represents, there will be many children. So they'll bring symbolic items that they will use. Honey for love, sweetness of love between both of you forever. And they'll bring all that together, and then they will talk to the elders. They'll let the elders know that you are going to marry, if it's a boy or the girl that you're going to, or that one, just as oral history. Because if you don't let them know, they or you don't, like the dowry, like if your dowry is being paid outside and you don't send even a token back to the village, they deem you not married. They will say they haven't had. They had that there was a friendship. If you like, you have 20 children there. There was a friendship, but we didn't see a marriage. And later, when you're doing real traditional ceremonies like deaths and off or things in the village, it might affect you, because they will go, sorry, this is for married couples or people that are married. Well, we didn't hear that you were married, because where is your token? You didn't send your token in. So, but generally, when they now pay the dowry, the prayers will be done. Before then, in our culture, they'll bring different girls all covered up, and they'll ask this poor man to choose. So he better know the shape of his wife. They'll ask him to choose which one is his wife amongst all these maidens. So he'll have to then try to guess. And if he doesn't guess right, I'm sure the lady will find it funny that night, so saying that you didn't choose me. So basically, but the family somehow orchestrated so that they can push him towards that her there. Look at her. And then he chooses her, and then they'll pray for them. After they pray for them, the final one is a counting. They'll count the woman and say, you are now the guardian of this woman. This woman is now going with you. You have to take care of her. You have to do this. You have to do that. So they'll count her into his lap. Then he'll take the woman, and then the entourage, there will always be entourage that will carry the gifts, because normally there's always interchanging of gifts. People have misinterpreted that a lot too now, that gifts is always one way. People go, I'm so poor, I can't give you anything. No, there's always something to give. You are poor, you can give me water to drink. You are poor, you can offer to clean my shoes. You've done something for me that I could have paid for. There's always an exchange. So even if the groom or bride family, they don't have the same level of wealth, there's always an exchange. The groom family will find anything, even if it's a cloth, anything you can find, even just gathering yams or plantains, or you just find anything to give back to the other side, and they exchange their gift. You take your wife home, and hopefully very soon we'll be hearing there's going to be a baby coming up or something like that. But when she gets home, then the families now, if they are living away from the village, will then have to send an entourage back to the main village to say the marriage was conducted, the prayers have been done, on behalf of the other top hierarchy elders. This is your share of the dowry of my daughter being married. Even if it's 1 pence, you send a pence token back. So that's how it's done. Like even with my dad now, I don't know if it was about £5 he will ask for, and then he will share the £5 amongst everybody, including his brothers. Everybody take, 10 pence each, 10 pence each, and that's my daughter married. So if I go back to the village now, you find it very funny. I found it funny. I thought, how would they know? Well, when I went back years, my first husband was an American man, and I went back to the village, they all knew. They're going, oh, you are the one who married the American. I said, how do you know that? you know some part of the village say, oh, your dad sent, a token, his daughter is married an American. Oh, so then they welcome you. They welcome the American, because when you marry also, you become like sisters. If you marry, how it's supposed to be, although they changed it a lot now. If you marry into the family, you are not like a sister, so you have equivalent rights. If like the mother-in-law dies, you have the same rights, almost like the daughters. They will share items of the mother-in-law through you, the wife, not the boy, because most of the women things are shared through the women, while in those days male stuff were shared through the male. All this changed a lot now. So so I think then if you're a man, you then become like a brother, so you have the equivalent right of a brother. So in meetings you're allowed to talk when the other one, so no one cannot say, oh, you are not part of this family and you only married our sister, please don't talk. No, traditionally that's not supposed to be. Traditionally, as the brother is talking, you are now part of that family. That's how it's supposed to happen.